Hi, and welcome back to Musicians Edition Practice with Me for alto saxophone. I'm your teacher, Reesa, and today we're working in the Standard of Excellence Book 2, page 21. Our setup's a little bit different today as part of the school is being worked on, so I don't have my same amount of space, but not important. Okay, so we're going to be learning about a couple different combinations when it comes to our rhythms, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So let's go ahead and take a look at exercise 93, Chester band arrangement. First, let's take a look at our key signature. What do we have going on? We have three sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Tell me about our time signature. 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? We do have a little bit of dynamic movement, but we'll go over that later. So this round, let's do the bottom part first, okay? And let's just give it a go, get a feel for the notes and the rhythms, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. So remember that those G's are sharp. So if you miss them, go ahead and mark them in, okay? So this time we're going to add in our articulations, okay? There are a couple slurs in here, and we're going to add our dynamics. We're gonna start off mezzo forte, kind of loud, does say legato, so we wanna make sure we keep all of that together, okay? And then towards the end of that line, we're gonna decrescendo all the way down to piano, nice and soft, okay? Then we're gonna hang out there for a little bit, and then we're gonna crescendo up to forte, and at the end, we're gonna decrescendo to piano, which is going to be a little difficult with that low C sharp. All right, let's go ahead and give it a try with the right articulations and dynamics. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good, very difficult in decrescendoing there at the end, isn't it? Another thing I want to take a look at real quick is the rhythms with those dotted quarters followed by those eighths. Just remember, following is just quarter, quarter, so hold those out. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay? All right, this time you're going to play the bottom part. I'm going to play the top part. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. All right, this time we're going to look at the top part. And honestly, I think the top part's a little bit easier, especially with the dynamics, okay? So this round, let's just go ahead and play the notes and the rhythms, okay? We'll come back to the dynamics momentarily. All right, top part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. It's a little bit easier, isn't it? Yeah, it is. All right, this time we're going to add in our articulations and we're going to add in the dynamics. Dynamics are the same as what they were for part 2. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Yes, a little bit easier, isn't it? It is. And I just want to make one more mention that remember those G's are sharp. So this time you're going to play the top part like you did. I'm going to play the bottom part. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent job. All right, let's go ahead and move on to exercise 94, Steady As You Go, Duet. All right, so first let's take a look at our key signature. What do we have going on? No sharps, no flats. Tell me about our time signature. 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. With the quarter note still getting the beat. All right, let's take a look at part A. All right, so we have gone over the regular 16th notes, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, except for in this case, it's 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2. Okay, that is the rhythm. 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2. Okay, so lots of tongue action going on here. So let's go ahead and give this a try. The only dynamic we have is mezzo forte, so we don't really need to worry about dynamics so much. Just focus on rhythm. Well, of course, play the right notes too, but rhythm is what this exercise is for. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. So every time you have a beat, we're going to play 4 of those. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. I mean, you know. Okay, let's try it again. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. Let's do it one more time so we really get comfortable with it. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. All right, let's take a look at part B. Okay, so this is the 8th, 16th note combination. It's a little scary to see at first. I still have a tendency to panic every time I see them, but it's not a big deal. So looking at our rhythm, right, where you have C, okay, that's all still going to be in one beat. We're just going to hold that first one out longer because it starts with the 8th, goes into the 16th. So I like to still write my counts in sometimes for these. So you're going to just imagine that it's a full 16th, right? So we know that it's going to play on 1. We come right in on 1. The imaginary is going to be E. 1, E, that's the imaginary. It's still part of beat 1. 1 E, and then it's going to land on and, 1 E, and okay? So it'll be 1 E and That's real slowed down. 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and okay? So you hear how we ta 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 ta. Okay? And that rhythm's going to be the same for beat 2, right? 2 E and 2 E and okay? And so this rhythm repeats kind of like it does with part 1. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2. Versus 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2. Right? 1 E and 2 and If the E is throwing you off, you don't have to count that in your head. It's just 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and okay? Okay, so then after the breath mark, it's going to be on the flip side, starting on 16th and ending on the 8th. So when we count that one, it's 1 E, right? 1 E, and then it's going to be for that 8th note and 1 E and 1 E and okay? And if you do get confused, once again, just pretend like we have the full 16th notes. A really great diagram is actually there on the top, okay? You can see where it equals for 2 16th notes makes the 8th note, okay? 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2. Okay, so let's just clap this real quick and count. 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2. Okay, little tricky there. So let's go ahead and play this real slow. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. I know, it still feels really fast. Okay, let's play part A one more time so we can kind of see where things land. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Part B, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so this is also where the metronome's really gonna help. So why don't we pull out the metronome? I got my metronome. I actually have these little mini metronomes now, okay? And we do have these metronomes at the Musician's Edition store, so I'll go ahead and check that out. And just real quick, what's cool about these ones is they clip here. They take very little space. You can clip them. They don't get in the way of your music. All right, anywho, so let's do, I gotta change this here. We are on 2 beats. Let's go ahead and put this down to, 70 is gonna seem like it's fast too. Let's do it to 60. Ready? Oh, I'll put this up here. 1, 2, 1, 2. See how much easier it is to do along with the metronome? So much easier. So let's go ahead and speed this up because I know we can do it faster. It's just confusing without those beeps. for a while, you know, especially when we're first learning this. Okay, I changed it up to 75. 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent. Okay, so I think we're ready to play this together, and it'll start making a little more sense in how it's put together. So you go ahead and do part B while it's fresh in your mind. I'll do part A. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. All right, now this time you do part A, I'll do part B. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. So you'll want to make sure you take a little time with the metronome with those new rhythms. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next exercise, 95. Okay, so first let's take a look at our key signature. What do we have going on? We have 1 flat, B flat. Is this major or minor? And which major or minor? This is F major. All right, let's take a look at our time signature. What do we have? We're still in 2/4. Now I know it's kind of weird that we're doing the 16ths and 8th, 16th combos in 2/4. We will see these in 4/4 too. So I'm not sure why they're marking it for 2/4 and making it seem like that's the only time, but it's not. It's also seen in 4/4. All right, so the book wants us to count, to write in the counts and clap before we play. So why don't we take a moment to write our counts in? All right, if you're still writing your counts in, just pause the video and then unpause when you're ready to move on. So let's go ahead and count and clap these, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. 1 and a 2 and a 1 and 2. 1 and a 2 and a 1 and 2. 1 and a 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and a 2 and a 1 and 2 and 1 and a 2 and 1 and 2. 1 and a 2 and a 1 and 2. That was a little fast. My bad. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna take a moment to just listen with the metronome, okay? So I'm going to put this down to, I'm gonna play this at 70, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So hopefully that kind of sorts it out a little bit. Even that, I probably played it a little too fast for us. For us to practice this for our first go around, let's take this slower. Let's do this at, let's give it a try at 60. Okay. Get a feel for it. 1, 2. 1, 2. Excellent. How did you do? Hopefully that pace was okay. Sometimes it might help too just to put lines in where the beats are if you're still getting a little confused. So I would just put like a line down for 1, 2, 1, 2. And then that kind of helps you think of what all has to go within one beat. All right, let's go ahead and speed that up. And if you struggled with that pace, that's okay. Take your own metronome, slow it down, work your way back up to the pacing, okay? Let's give this a try at 70. 70. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. That's kind of a fun little piece, isn't it? All right, this time, let's try to play it without the metronome. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. I actually really like that one. That's fun. All right, but once again, if you struggled with that one, that's okay. Take your metronome, slow it down. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our last exercise of the night, 96, Go for Excellence, Big Rock Candy Mountain. Now, hopefully, most of us know this one. It really does help when you know the song. So before we start, let's take a look at our key signature. What do you have going on? Back to F sharp. Tell me about our time signature. We're still in 2-4. All right, why don't we take a moment to write our counts in? I think it'll really help. All right, if you're still writing your counts in, take a moment to pause the video. All right, so let's go ahead and clap and count this. It helps a lot, once again, when we have the metronome. So let's go ahead and put the metronome on, even when we are counting and clapping. Let's do this at 60. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1 and 2 and a 1 and 2 and a 1 and 2 and a 1 and 2. 1 and a 2 and a 1 and 2 and a 1 and 2 and a 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and a 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 1 and 2. All right, so we have some back and forths, don't we, between 16ths, 8th, 8th, 16ths. So we'll kind of have to pay attention there. All right, let's go ahead and play this with the metronome. And once again, I think it'll help that we know the song. All right, still at 60. 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. So yeah, that is a little bit trickier, isn't it? So for right now, I'm not going to speed up our metronome just because we got to really work on those tricky spots. 1 E and 2 and a. Okay, that's really tricky. So make sure you really slow down those parts, clap it out, count it, tongue it, start off slow, start speeding it up once you get it. Okay, so for right now, we're now going to add in our dynamics. We're going to start off loud and proud. We're going to come down nice and soft. Come back loud and proud, okay? We're still going to do this with the metronome. 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. All right, let's do it one more time, still at the same speed, just to really get comfortable with it. These are tricky stuff. All right, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. And once again, this is where it might be really helpful to just mark a line in where the beat lands. All right, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down in the description. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, notify, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our practices. Thanks for joining, and until next time.